Now, the Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, will tomorrow outline the proposed pay deal for junior doctors over their future pay, as junior doctors prepare to vote on whether they'll strike over the issue. Now, The Guardian tonight says the deal will include an 11% rise in basic pay. 11% rise in basic pay. The British Medical Association say there's still no sign of that agreement. Policy editor Chris Cook is here with me. Chris Cook, that Guardian headline implies something quite remarkable, that Jeremy Hunt has conjured up a very big pay rise. Is that the reality?
It's completely wrong.
Right.
So the whole thing about this pay renegotiation is that doctors' pay is phenomenally complicated. So they get basic pay, which is a sort of an underlying amount. They get amounts that depend on their specialism and the hours they work, that kind of thing. What has long been agreed should happen since the last Labour government was in, was that the basic pay amount, the amount you get come rain or shine, should go up for doctors, and some of those other things should be cut. And what The Guardian seems to be saying is that the deal that we're going to get proper details of tomorrow, the proposal from the government that we'll get proper details on tomorrow, will include an 11% rise in that basic pay amount. But it's going to get offset by other stuff.
That's the
key. That's the key thing. Okay. And it's also quite important to note that from the government, the government perspective, talking to people at the Department of Health tonight, they're quite clear there hasn't been a concession. So this is being framed in The Guardian as an attempt to get doctors to climb down. Right. The Department of Health is slightly baffled by this. They don't feel they're being any more generous this week than they were last week.
I thought maybe they had been spinning it as more generous, but
no, it looks like it's that's not what's going on.
Okay, so the BMA, what are they saying? The British Medical Association.
The BMA haven't been in negotiation with the government for. They decided not to reopen negotiations last month. They've put out a statement tonight saying that we're clear without assurances on safe staffing, on hours. The BMA will be left with little option to continue with their plans to ballot members. The big thing that is actually happening tomorrow, though, is that the government is going to put online for doctors to see a pay calculator, so they were to see how they'll do, and they're going to put online lots of technical details that
so you can plug your own hours and things in, and it'll tell you what your pay would be.
And they are very grumpy because the BMA has put one of these up, which they think is wrong.
Right.
And so what is going on tomorrow is that the Department of Health is going over the head of the BMA leadership to the BMA's members, because they're very keen that they shouldn't vote to take industrial action.
Right. 2 words, literally 2 words. Is a strike inevitable at this point, do you think?
Some industrial action is.
Chris, thanks very much indeed.